I'm going to tell you how I created the values in the member cards in this report. I created a series of new measures, a measure for count of reviews, distinct products reviewed, the percent recommended, and the average rating. So to get each of those new measures, I started by clicking this button, New Measure. And you see that when you do that, it begins an equation for you. And I will type the first one for you, reviews. And I'm going to call it reviews 2 because I already have one named reviews. And let's see, I did count rows. You see how you don't have to type a whole lot. The function starts to appear, and then the name of the table, and then the table appears. And close the parenthesis. And that created for me a new measure on the right called reviews. For demonstration, I created a new one called reviews 2. All right, and so then when I created this card, I just popped reviews over here into the fields column, cell. All right, so I'll show you quickly the formulas for the other ones. For products reviewed, I had a distinct count, and I'm going to click outside in the gray area to get this highlighted in yellow, and you'll see here is the formula to get that distinct count. So I wanted a distinct count of clothing ID for the number of products reviewed. And I just popped that into the field for this particular card. And to get the percent recommended, I started again by clicking the new measure. And I'll show you that formula for percent recommended. I'm going to click here to get a yellow highlighted box around that column name. And so for percent recommended, I took the sum of the recommended indicator column, which is composed of zeros and ones indicate that it is recommended. So I summed up all of those ones and divided by the total number of recommendations. So that is the count of the recommended ID column. I'll move over here so you can see the rest over here. That is the count of the recommended indicator column. And then for average rating, I had to first create a new measure for average rating. So I started with new measure. And then the formula for average rating looks like this, just the average of the rating column. So not too surprising. All right, and so while I'm showing you the measures, I'll show you also how I got these formatted with the commas and the percent sign. So after I created the measures, I went back to them. I selected them by getting a yellow highlight around it, not the check mark, but you have to click outside of the word and outside of this box somewhere in the gray area to get a yellow highlighted rectangle. And then you can go to modeling, and that's where I chose the comma separator. And for the percent sign, you can see when I go to recommended, this is my new measure for percent recommended. Actually, it's up here at the top. And I had selected the percent sign.